And here they are.
The Brick Twins! Welcome back to the Brick Twins, and today we're doing another theme park update. These are all kind of coming in a row because we recently got a bunch of pieces for it that we ordered. Of course, in our last video, we finished and opened Dr. Banana because I was at an event. And make sure to check that video out because it was a very fun opening. It's a great ride. It seems it's already popular. Pretty long line. Long line there. And then we also, in the video before that, we started working on a brand new Swedish Chef meet and greet thing, which we need to order pieces for. And then we also finished the carousel over here, which is ready to opening. Yeah. And then we also wrote a bunch of pieces down, which we're going to be ordering benches, sidewalk expansion. So this one right here will be getting expanded, and this one, the corner right here, next to Carnival Corner, is also going to be getting expanded as well, just to help with congestion in these areas that could be a little bit more busy. But by far, the biggest project we're working on right now is definitely the expanded Haunted Graveyard and the addition of the brand new Halfpipe Rollercoaster with Swedish Chef Takeover. And you can say, oh, just a roller coaster being added, but there's also another snack place, a meet and greet, which we have not started construction on yet. And then the big train shed barn that you enter before you get to the area where you're going to load on to the actual ride. We have a lot of pieces for it, but there's still some stuff that are missing, that like the finishing touches. So we should be able to finish like 95% of this entire ride today. And we're also going to be announcing a huge surprise. Not so about like huge thing we're doing. It's probably going to be one of the biggest things we're working on for the rest of the year. It's giant, and one hint, it has something to do with the theme park. So yeah, right outside. I'm just gonna show you the hint. Okay, now you can get back to the video. Another thing I'm gonna be working on today is the outside eventual. Cause I just haven't really did this yet, but I noticed that I think we should make this a one-way road to blend in with the rest of the downtown, or just this area. I think we can make this whole area down here, starting from Brick Twins Tower, and then coming all the way down. We'll be making a one-way road, and then it will just kind of come into a two-way road once we get into this. Of course, mainly today we're working on the theme park with this, but we'll probably have a city update soon. Yeah. But I think out here we're going to try to order pieces for some of these trees. We're going to put some benches out here. But the biggest thing is this fountain, because this used to be in the middle where the carousel is. We took it out. Now we have it, and it's a huge fountain, actually. It's a whole entire 16 base plate. And I think what we could do is take some of the walls off and make a smaller version of it in the middle, very smaller version. It's a pretty good idea. But we could recycle what we have already and make something entirely new. I feel like the design of this fountain is just a lot going on, and it kind of broke easily. So we can. It's one of the fourth fountains we made. We can reuse the fountain. We can do some other stuff in this section here, and then again, there's that surprise we were talking about, which we'll announce at the end of the videos. Make sure to stay tuned. Stay put. Anyway, let's get started on this entry area and Ghostly Trust Takeover. So, of course, I'm going to talk on Ghostly Express here. We have a lot of the pieces for the main train shed building in here. That is like these 1x6 bricks. We have 1x4 bricks, 1x2 bricks in there. We also got them in different shades as well to capture the shape of the barn. And for those extra pieces we're ordering first is going to be like extra details. We have like a door that can swing open. Like if it's closed, it won't be open. If it's open, it will be open. I also ordered some chain pieces for the queue. And then we also have our main character for the ride, which is Bob looking. Right here. He's pretty cool. Kind of fits his style that we're going for. And then also kind of be doing some changes out here. Not changes, just finishing touches, I guess, to the loading area. We have 3 rows right here, which of course resemble the 3 rows for the roller coaster carts, and then we're also going to be doing the brick for the train shed. So we both got in? Let's go. Ghostly Express Takeover, the wall's looking really good. Pretty much what we did when we started is we took these 1x6 sand green and any piece we could find to get the right shape, and then we're just replacing it with the colors that we wanted. It's like the old section. It's built like an old abandoned train barn. So it might look brown right now, but we're going to be putting a bunch of this color right here. This dog tan. And we're going to put that like shingles on the roof. It's going to look really good. It's really going to look like an old-fashioned train shed. So I'm going to finish this pattern all the way around. I'm just replacing all of these. So it's kind of hard. You want to make sure you get in there and get all them and replace them. But overall, we're doing really good. We only have one more wall to go, and then we can start looking on the roof. Step 1 of this main entry area is done. We use the, so of course, for any people that are thinking we destroy the fountain, but we did reuse a lot of the fountain for this. So we have all these cool animals, the fish. I still filled it up and had a coin secrets. You can see someone threw a penny in there. And then we tried to use the white for the outside. So probably going to put some planters in each one of these. And then we're going to order some pieces to some benches and maybe some trees. And then this finishes step 1 of our main area for the outside of the park. I think it's good we're making it the one-way path. We can make a nice little area for minifigs to walk in. And I think it's just going to complement our surprise or big announcement way better. Yeah, let's keep walking on Ghostly Express Takeover. We just finished replacing all the wall with the right brick, and as we were saying, we're going to 95% complete this ride. There's still a few more pieces I want to order for finishing touches, of course, as we were having like the swinging door over here, and just some other elements to make it come to life more. But in this video, it's almost going to be practically complete. So, of course, in a little area right here, we have Bob looking, our main character, but like a big spider web around him. And it was going to be the chain, so no one tries to touch. I'm going to put some more details, like some newspapers. I'm ordering some pieces. And if we haven't told you the story yet, basically, Bob looking is our main character. We had to go more for a creepy name. He is a train conductor, however you say it, and he crashed one of his trains while on his way to San Francisco. So the only other train that he had left was in this creepy, abandoned train barn. So he has to come back here, and he needs you on the journey to help him. On the ride, the ghosts are going to take over. He's only going to order some of those ghost minifigure pieces, and they're going to hang in from minifig posers in this general area, probably from the Haunted Mansion ride. And in the queue is going to be a bunch of newspapers because it's like a big incident. We're going to have some abandoned ones. We're going to have a bunch of dead leaves and a bunch of these spider webs and kind of like animals running around to tell that's like very worn out. So that's what we're going to do is start working on the queue. And then once we're done with the queue, we're going to start working on the roof. Let's get to it. We did a lot with the Ghostly Express ride. But before that, I want to show you that we just finished this area for now, how we have it. Of course, we're probably going to get a few abandoned trees, like I said. So it's not 100% done yet. But one weird thing, that's like a little 1x crack. So I decided to put these little walls here, and then I put a banner representing our 2 newest big things, which is right here, the Dr. 100 Baker's Observation Invention attraction, which is currently up there. You can see the minifigs are looking out. And then on the other side, we have Sonic Land, which is right here. These are the 2 new things that's open, but I'm guessing Sonic Land will get replaced by Ghostly Express banners. I don't know if we're going to update the banners or not. I think it's just a really fun detail that we can add to make it seem more lifelike. And then we also have a small fountain, like I said. We're going to order some light gray plate, and this is just the start of our little courtyard area outside of Venerable. So now we're going to see how Brooklyn 1 is doing on Ghostly Express Takeover. So, working really hard on Ghostly Express here, Takeover, of course. We got a lot of new things in. We had detailed fully all these areas. We finished the queue. And now we're working on the loading bay area. I use a sideways building technique and then use that caution tape design. That's kind of like you'd see on the Nature Exploration Coaster over there. And I just used some snot bricks to hold that in place. Next thing we're going to do is add like little rails in to show which like line you go in, because of course there's the 3 rows, and then make an area where they can operate the ride in that area, in that corner back there. And as we're going to show you now, we finished the tie lamp here at 4 different connection spots using the 1x1 studs, and everything's coming along really good. So we're going to finish that queue area and build the roof. We did a lot of work on Ghostly Express. We finished the queue area. I'll give you a look now. So we finished the queue area there. I decided to put like little fences, as I was saying, in between to mark where the rows would be. So we have one would stand right there, one would stand on those studs. Then we also finished the roof, and it looks super. I bet where our sign's gonna be. I have a cool idea for that. We're gonna put like a black tile, so that's gonna say Takeover in like red. And then we're gonna have these how it is like Ghostly Express. This is a caution sign, and the ride may be scary for younger people, audiences, I guess. Yeah. It is kind of scary, but that's how I wanted it to be. And we've also pretty much finished all the design here inside the courtyard. The only things that we really still need to do before we're done with this area, and of course we're ordering a few more finishing touches for the Ghostly Express Takeover ride itself, is make an exit for this ride, because I think we're going to have it kind of like go between here and then pop out right here. And then we'll also need to build that meet and greet too. Another detail, I'm adding all these little lamps, and to add even more storytelling, I have some ones that are dried out down there, like that don't work anymore. So I'm putting those in as well. So we're going to keep adding those finishing touches, make that exit, and catch you up when we're going to start on the meet and greet. Haunted Graveyard's looking really good, even more detail. We added a fun story. So in this rack here, we have a bunch of tools, but there's one missing. And inside of the abandoned train shed, of course, which Ghostly Crest takes place in, we have the tool there in the cube. It's a like little, not a telescope, like a little glass thing you can look through, like what the pirates hold and stuff. But it's been sitting in the dust collected for so long that you can't even see it through anymore. Like I use like the dark ray stud. Yeah, it's a really good secret. So everything's coming along really nicely in here. We only have one more thing to build until the entire this entire section is complete. Of course, as we were saying, keep saying 100 times. We got those extra things we were ordering for Ghostly Chef's Takeover. We also need to make the exit too. So we're gonna start working on that and the meet and greet. Let's go. Okay, so we just finished our for today. Of course, we have some of those small details for the ride. And so, yeah. So, we did do a lot of fun things with this area, though. We're going to do, like, a fun little tour. But before that, let's show the things that we've added. So, we made this brand new meet and greet here using this structure. And we use, like, the gold fencing to kind of give it a cover like we have with our other meet and greet, which is the Tails one over in Sonic Land. Or the Sonic one and Tails, they both meet there. We did like a nice little diorama here, so there's like the moon and a couple stars, so they have a nice background when you meet, and there'll be tons of cool characters you can meet. We gotta order some of those minifigs, but like Lone Dog Ghost, Frankenstein, we'll find some cool things to do. But we also have our 2 main item, which is the Ghostly Express Takeover, which we actually made that exit for that we were talking about. It goes next to the haunted snacks and back around. Yeah, we just had to shrink the haunted snacks a little bit. I think it looks really good. And then also something we started adding was this pathway. It was kind of like the board pathway, but it's kind of missing a little bit here. It's like board and planks. So we also have a queue here for that. We also made a cool story over there. So yeah, we have 2 really cool stories in this area. So we have this little workbench here. And if you take this off, apparently it's missing a tool, but if you take this off, you can find that missing tool. It's like a nice little magnifying scope thing that is so faded that, like a gray, as you can see, it's so faded that it's like a gray stud on top because it's so much dust is created on it. Cool story. Next story, that this bench was so old that it was absolutely destroyed. It's a sittable one there. This bench was so old it was absolutely destroyed, and it looks like someone's going to try to fix it. But the tools were just left. I think that adds the whole creepy vibe and tone of this area. We also have so much other really fun details, like a little warning sign, and I also just loosely placed some branches back here to make it look like it's more overgrown. Yeah, and I think we packed a ton into this area. But before we finish this video, we're gonna see the carts in action. So we did like a nice army green with the brown and some nougat. So to build these, I used pretty much the exact same building technique the loop coaster carts used, like the 1x3 brick slopes and some of those tiles. But we didn't have those grill pieces, so I decided to make our own custom ones. So we used the same clips, and then instead of using that, we got a normal like clip piece, one of those ones that you can hang in. I don't really know. So there's a bunch of different clip pieces. Then we got like the grill tile, and they can bend down the same exact way, and I think it looks really, really cool. And you can put that on there. So we have our 3 main construction workers going on the ride for the first time. We're going to test it out. We have our handlebars attached all the way down, and then we have all 3 of our main construction workers, like we said. We have these 2 up here, then this lady, her name is Elizabeth. She's a little scared, so she has her hand on the handlebar. All these people have their hands up. So yeah, let's take a look and see how it goes. So let's just say like we're doing a thing like that. We'll probably pose it right here, but you can also do some cool things. So you can bring it all the way back, let it go, and it can go up and down, and it's super cool. I would say the speed is comparable to the nature exploration coasters, so somewhere between there. But of course you can bring it up, and woo, it can go up. It's super cool, and I really like how the design of the carts turned out. And this whole area, just in general. And if you think this is the end of the video, it is not yet, because we still have a big announcement. And see that bus over there? Well, that gives a hint of what we're doing, right? We're going to be building Adventure World, their very own hotel. It's going to have so many things to do. It's going to have a sit-down dining, quick service dining, a bunch of different things, and we'll go more detail on that in the future. And you're probably wondering, where are we going to put that? We don't have that much room. voila. If we haven't showed you like little views if we were walking around or the latest theme park videos that we've did, you may have seen these base plates. But these are 16 by 16 base plates and other things. These are going to help map out our hotel. That's going to be the giant hotel. These are actually going to be bigger, and we're going to have a bunch of rooms. We're not using any faux techniques. This is all going to be minifigure scale. We're going to have, a bunch of rooms, an elevator in here as well. Kind of, I don't know if you've seen our cruise ship short that we did where we built a giant cruise ship. That same kind of system will probably update a little bit to make it better.
We may use like a string technique.
And we're going to have a bunch of different things. And we're
going to a tiki bar. It's going to be a lot.
We're going to announce more of it and give more details in the future. So that's going to be the main product we're working on. Probably till the end of 2025, maybe somewhere between there. Might have to work on it more from there. Of course, we'll still be doing other stuff like our building reviews and some other updates. But that's why getting this stuff done on the top table here after that is complete. We're going to start working on this down here. It's going to be a very long-term project, and I really want to make sure every part of it's good. Again, we'll give so many more details in the future, so make sure to stay tuned. Same thing with the whole Haunted Mansion, the Haunted Graveyard expansion, and this new Swedish Chef experience. Make sure to stay tuned for those construction updates when we complete them. As you know, we just finished completing the Dr. Building to be good observation invention, and the theme park's looking super, super good.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you guys so much for watching today's episode on the Brick Twins.